Hey PEZ peeps, it's Justin VanderSluis here from Buffalo, Minnesota. Gonna give you a little tour around the PEZ room. I've been collecting PEZ for about 30 years. Got the opportunity to meet a few of you in the convention circuit, so I appreciate that. You've probably seen my name on quite a few of the Facebook pages. I try and be actively involved with the community when I can, but we'll go around here, around the horseshoe, and see what we got. We got the mascots on top here. I don't have all of them. I work nights, so 4 days a week I'm sleeping during the day. So when stuff gets released, hopefully it's on one of my days off. Got all the pops here. A lot of the M2 haulers. I don't have all the chases. That's just a regular floor display from Five Below. Works really well for those haulers. A little bit of Less Than Jake stuff. Some convention pieces and guns. I made this faux Christmas tree. It's kind of a solution for the space that I don't have confined to one little room. You know, having something flat on the wall to display ornaments as opposed to three-dimensional seemed to work pretty well. On this bookshelf, I've got some Japanese minis on the top. I don't have them all. There's a few I'm after still. The Mario Kart ones. I think there's another Peanuts one I don't have. The regular dispensers on the top, if I associate them as being Japanese, like Pokemon, Nintendo, that kind of thing, I put them in there so it's all together in my brain. But this rack mainly holds holiday stuff. There's just all the toys on this shelf. Again, I got a couple of Japanese mini sets that I got to move up, so that means I got to move something out. Valentine's hearts here. I don't know that I'll ever try and get all of them, but currently I've got most of them on display, so we'll keep going after those as we find them. And a bunch of the eBay, new dreidels. So this shelf is Easter. I think I've got all the Easter eggs. Let's move down here. I refrained from minis for a long time. Then I finally succumbed and started going after a lot of the minis. I don't have the Euro ones, but I have quite a bit. It's gonna get real hard to see here on the bottom. Some more minis, mints, stopwatches. You'll see my watches here in a minute. Salt and pepper shakers. Got Christmas in this shelf. My plan is to pull all the Misfits out and start a grandstand of just the Steve Glue Misfits. Here's Halloween. But again, if I pull all these witches out, and the one skull, I guess, I'll have room to get all this stuff back into one rack. So here's more Valentine's. And then pets and some of the fuzzy friends up here. I do have a few giants behind there. I'm not a big giant guy. I don't know if you can even see them, but I was a fan of The Simpsons growing up. Big Minnesota sports guy, so those are a must. And I got one of the Moon Men from MTV. Go around the horseshoe here. I found this little balcony style display rack at a garage sale, so I picked it up, put all the LOLs above the door, that way I don't have to look at them. Can't see them, but still have them on display. All right, around the corner here we got puppets and my dog house. Got some Barkies in there. Below that is a bookshelf with the Funko Pop. A lot of PEZ purists weren't a fan of these when they came out, but these came out before I found the PEZ Facebook pages. So for me, it kind of revitalized my collecting, able to find something I didn't have out in the wild. Of course, now it's, go find this one at Walgreens, go find this one at Michael's. Kind of takes a little bit of the fun out, but at the same time, going out and scoring it is kind of what we're after. Got some plush in this corner here. Bunch of little, whatever they are, 8-inch plush. All right, and this main rack here holds about 1,400. I got a little step stool here. I'm 5'7", so getting after some of this stuff's a little cumbersome, but. So this top shelf, Bubbleman, psychedelic stuff. Paul Frank, Rescue Heroes. Then it kind of goes into like a lot of the kids stuff. This is mainly kids movies, shows below that. Everything in this display rack is unique. There are no two identical dispensers. Looney Tunes here. We'll go down one. So here are Mickey Minis. And some of the fairies. And we got Marvel and DC. So thanks to the community for helping me sort those, because I didn't read the comic books, I don't watch the movies, so I don't know about a lot of that stuff. Some more kid shows and movies. And just regular Disney. And again, it's not, some of these might not even be Disney, but it's what my brain associates with Disney. That's how a majority of my collection is organized. So some of the Pixar stuff, and more Disney. This rack is kind of from my childhood. So Tom and Jerry, you know, the Flintstones, the Smurfs, that's all the stuff that was on, you know, when I was growing up. When cartoons were only on Saturday mornings and didn't have dedicated channels and all that stuff. So this rack, God, quite a few turned. Kind of real people. Then we get into the geeky stuff. Star Trek, Star Wars, Game of Thrones. I got Wizard of Oz in there. Hello Kitty's on the bottom, along with some other little kid stuff. And then I just kind of put the whistles and the Pezosaurs and Tweenies. And then these are from my childhood as well. Scooby-Doo, Pink Panther, Simpsons, that kind of thing. All right, I'll show you what I got going on the ground. So I put all my sours and bugs in one grandstand, but I think I'm going to pull out like the Kooky Zoo and Safari Animals. I think I'm going to pull the Misfits out. So if I get rid of those lions and elephants, I plan on moving the bees in there. And then this is the next one I'm going to pack up. I'm missing 5 funky faces. So once I complete the funky faces, I'm going to box those up. Again, I just don't have the space. And then all the latest emojis that have come out, I'll have room for those on this rack. This corner is just kind of all novelty stuff, lanyards, bunch of DVDs, bunch of novelty crap. It's kind of everywhere. Visitor center buckets. I've never been there. Never been to Connecticut, so that's kind of a goal of mine. This corner we got like lunch boxes, all the banks, wobblers. Let's see, gold SpongeBob. I think I have like maybe 4 or 5 in my collection left on the card, so that's one of them. I'll keep the flashlight here. See, it's kind of hard to see. So on this bookshelf, I guess you could say, I got toothbrushes, the porcelain hinge boxes, keychains. Those little stands are from Larry Mason. And then I got a couple racks of die cast. These are just nail polish display stands. And then keychains. So the keychains are going away because I've got, with the latest releases, if I take like the Markin Train and the Goggamobile, and if I build the models and open up the chases, I'm up to 18, which is what it takes to fill one of these, so I could have a third die-cast display. Okay, so here are my watches. So these are all different PEZ watches. Quite a few. The slap watches in this last rack are my favorite. These here on that middle row. I started a fourth watch display over here. So I'm after more of these rope watches. So I've got blue, black, and camo, but there's many more colors. These other ones are so wide, I need something skinny to go in between them to make it all fit on the racks I currently have, these little watch displays. So if you have any of those other colors I mentioned, hit me up. I'd definitely be interested. But the watches are pretty cool. Daylight savings time was kind of a bitch, but we got through it. So down below I've got these are bat cases, like baseball bat display cases, where I've put some of those boy pals and then all the, I think they're called connectables, not the body parts, but the Ninja Turtles, Transformers, My Little Pony. So again, my plan is if I make a grandstand of just the Misfits and I pull these ones out that don't have the body parts and feet, then I can get all the full body stuff that's been coming out lately, the bunny, the snowman, Santa, and all that over there. Over here I got yo-yos and obviously the snow globes, all the Zuru mini stuff. I'm missing the Sours metallic candy pack, if anyone has that. It was a UK only, so it's a little tougher to get. Pull back here. See, thermometer. Got a second thermometer, but this is the only one I can read. So here are more bat cases. I was told I couldn't have any more holes in the walls after I put up all the metal signs. So these are just baseball bat cases stacked. I put all the examples I have of body parts in the top one. Got a few of the Russian pieces, not all of them, but still kind of cool. I just like to show people an example of what PEZ made. And the little larger die cast is in the middle one. And then the bottom one is all dedicated to Walmart, because I've worked for Walmart for 27 years now. So I just made one of those for Walmart specifically. It also allowed me to take some trucks out of the advertising truck rack, which is now one away from being full, and I'm missing the latest Ace. Got some vintage down here. I really only have this one case of vintage. It's not really my forte. I have a hard time spending a lot of money not knowing if things are legit, so I basically stick with a few people from the community, unless I find stuff in the wild, obviously. Got some trucks here, some of the European stuff, and the Misfits and Joe's trucks. This corner is just kind of a hodgepodge. Guess I didn't show this. Got a soccer scarf up here. A few Frisbees. I played Ultimate in college, so those were kind of a must for me. There's another thermometer. I can't read this one because it only has Celsius on it. And I'm a dumb American. Let's see. So here's all the advertising trucks that I have. A couple of the Chase I mentioned above, M2, that I'm probably going to open up if I do a third rack there. This is my Army, that the regular Hulk. So if you have any extra of those, I've got totes of them in my garage. I will never be able to display unless I like win the lottery or something. There's D-series trucks. So this is kind of what I'm going to do. Like the D-series is all packed up. Once I finish over here, like the Ninja Turtles, I think I'm missing 5 of those. I'm missing 5 of the Funky Face. So when I get those packed up, then I can gain more space. All right, so this wall, it's got the novelty toys on top, and then the rest is kind of sports and marketing. Got all the footballs, all the baseballs, and all the basketballs. I think I'm missing a few soccer items. What I think I'm going to do, because I haven't got the hockey sweaters up here yet, is move these NASCAR helmets down to behind the pull and go dispensers. So if I bring the bees over to the Kooky Zoo and safari animals, I'll put the NASCAR helmets behind there. Haven't decided what I'll do with those. These are the rest of the lighting is tough, me standing in between. There's that goggle mobile. But here's the rest of the baseball and hockey and then basketball. So again, I got to work the sweaters in. Got those relatively recently. I got to decide what's coming out. All right, I tried to keep this to 15 minutes, so I think I'm about there. But I appreciate everyone who has helped me out, looked out for items. If you have any questions, shoot me a PM. If you want to see a better pic of something, let me know. Otherwise, if you come to Minnesota, this is where you're going to have to stay, because this is my only guest bedroom. And consequently, it's actually where I sleep 4 days a week since I work overnights. I actually sleep down here in this room more than I sleep in my bedroom. But yeah, hit me up. Thanks for looking.